Well, a new twist in a case involving a Redmond man who had his guns taken away from him.
Last month, police seized those guns, telling a judge that they were afraid moviegoers were at risk after the man posted this photo on Twitter. He's holding an AK-47 style rifle with the caption, "One ticket for Joker, please." It was 1 week before the Joker movie premiered. Tonight, that man has his guns back after a judge ruled in his favor. And Simone Del Rosario is here with more on the judge's decision tonight.
So the judge said that the state failed to prove that this man continued to be a danger to others. I spoke to the presiding judge about this today. He oversees the judge that made this call. He told me it's important to note the judge didn't necessarily side with this 23-year-old Redmond man who claims it was all a joke, but she does have to strike that balance of community safety with a person's constitutional rights. In this case, she ruled there was not a threat to justify taking his guns away for an entire year.
It's any judge's worst nightmare to make the wrong decision in a case like this. It's such a significant weight on us because we are very cognizant of what's going on in American society. We know that law was passed for a reason. We don't want anyone to be on the street to be a danger to himself or others. We certainly don't want anyone to be shot by someone who is a dangerous person, so we take it very seriously.
Well, again, this is the tweet that flagged police in the first place, but it wasn't his only violent post. To get that initial warrant to take his guns, police showed a pattern of aggressive posts, especially against women. In this tweet, saying, "Prowling the Seattle streets for women to assault. No luck so far. Hopefully my urges will be satisfied soon." In another, he says, "I really want to just punch a woman so hard her entire body just buckles and collapses." And that's just the surface. He talked about threatening his mom with a gun. He also talked about wanting to kill all women. Again, he's saying all of these were jokes. That's what he told the judge. As for his status today, Redmond police tell me that there's not an immediate threat to public safety. They don't necessarily have him flagged, but of course they're always following social media. I checked on his social media accounts, by the way, where all these tweets came from. The first one was suspended. The second one just doesn't exist anymore.
Okay. Did you try to reach him to get comment from him tonight?
Yeah, we have reached out. We reached out to his attorney. We never heard back from his attorney today. Look, a very small percentage of people successfully fight these extreme risk protection orders here in the state and actually get their guns back. Second Amendment supporters are arguing that red flag laws lack due process since you can't argue to keep your guns before they get taken away in the first place.
To have your property seized without due process, without the opportunity to defend your ownership of said property, whether it's a firearm or a car or, whatever you have, there's something, I think, fundamentally wrong with that.
Yeah.
Well, it's the second time in a month that Washington's red flag law has made national news. You may remember last month I told you about a self-proclaimed neo-Nazi whose guns were seized when police successfully argued that he was a danger to others and that he was planning a race war. Now, he's the Washington leader of a white supremacist group. Earlier this month, authorities in Texas say they pulled him over and arrested his passenger after they found assault rifles and at least 1,500 rounds of ammunition in that car. Now, the driver, the white supremacist leader, he's not allowed to have guns for the next year under the state's red flag law. I reached out to the prosecuting attorney's office to see if he's going to face any consequences from being in this car, whether he'll be in trouble, and what happens with what happened in Texas, but I'll stay on it.